Welcome to the Freak Show. Shout out to AHS Leaks from Twitter for the breaking news, and Zombie Dude 245 from YouTube, and Ezra Rollins from the Freaks of AHS Facebook group for tagging your mother supreme in the news, because when I Googled this, I found literally nothing. Literally nothing. So link to AHS Leaks on Twitter and to the Facebook group are in the description. Don't forget to like the video. Now, I am sick, and I mean sick, but I dragged my ass off of my deathbed to bring you guys this news because it's so juicy and delectable, like a freaking Texas steak right off the grill. Now, American Horror Story filed to trademark a standard character mark for the show, listing the title American Horror Story Radioactive. Now, before you guys go crazy, your Mother Supreme researched what a standard character mark was listed in the paperwork. A standard character mark is another word for a word mark, which is defined as a logotype, usually a distinct text-only typographic treatment of the name of a company, institution, or product name used for purposes of identification and branding. Now, there's many examples like Microsoft, FedEx, IBM, but on the screen there are other examples of word marks. Now, the font that is used for American Horror Story is also an example of a word mark. Since 20th Century Fox filed for American Horror Story Radioactive, we're forced to question if this is the title or the theme for Season 8, or simply the show is symbolically utilizing the picture radioactive, such as the way they did for the American flag for Cult, or the farmhouse for Roanoke, or the hotel in, hotel, and so on. So let's go over some of the clues that Ryan has given us so far for Season 8. One of them is that Season 8 is set 10 to 20 years inside the future. Another one is Sarah Paulson's character wears a dental appliance. Another one is that Season 8 will not be in space. And now we have the clue that something has to do with radioactive. Now, I love Debbie Bobebby's idea that Sarah's dental appliance is something that cleans the air so that Sarah can breathe. I think that would be a fabulous twist to the series because it's something new, and I'd love to see where the writers take a storyline like this. Now, here's Mother Supreme's idea. Before I dip into it, has anyone watched the HBO documentary called Atomic Homefront? Now, if you haven't watched it, here's a short synopsis. Chemicals used in the Manhattan Project were illegally dumped in the United States, and in this movie, we see St. Louis, Missouri as one of those sites where the chemicals were dumped. So many years later, the site was used as a landfill, dumping trash and stuff on top of the chemicals. Then in the 90s, a fire began like miles under the landfill, under the ground. And it started leaking and festering radioactive waste like methane and stuff like that into the air and spilling into the local rivers. Now, if this fire underneath the ground reaches the chemicals left behind in the dump, it is thought to cause economic disaster for the United States and potentially the world. Now, this is also known as the Brighton landfill fire, and I suggest you watch the documentary because it is super scary but informative. We as citizens of the United States should know about these Superfund sites and the possible devastation that it could bring if left untreated by the EPA. Now, based on the clues that Ryan has given us, my theory about Season 8 is this. The storyline will be the U.S. in 10 to 20 years after a nuclear fallout like one expected from the Brighton landfill, making the air unbreathable. I think Debbie has a strong case for Sarah's breathing appliance to be something technologically advanced so those left behind can survive. Since we covered politics and religion in Season 7, I don't think we'll get, a Stephen King type of storyline, such as from The Mist, where everyone went religious and, killed to appease God's wrath. But I do think we'll see the evil side of what man has resorted to in order to survive, as well as those who were infected by the radiation. Now think about this, guys. American Horror Story can create a great, like, icky, cancer-ridden, mutated monsters for us this season, which they've never really done before. We've got a touch of it in kind of season one with Bo and Infantata, and season two with Dr. Arden's monsters, and a little bit with the Freaks and the Freak Show, but there's never been a season solely focused on those poisoned with radiation. And to me, that story has serious potential and could be the theme for season 8. So, what do you guys think about the word mark AHS filed for? Do you think this is the theme? Do you think they're only going to use the picture? Let me know in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe so that way you don't miss out on a thing.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.